is intended for a mature audience, even though it may not come off that way. The content herein are for entertainment only and not educational purposes. The hosts do not always know what they are talking about, but take it very well. In closing, if you take your metal too seriously or have a stick up your ass, then by all means, please get the fuck out.
As the biting wind howls and the night oppresses, a lonely figure enters the deep dark recesses of a cathedral made of iron, steel. Oh yes, a cathedral of metal. Bigfoot opens an ancient dusty book and discovers the secret. The secret he has searched for time immemorial. 5 million years ago, when the earth was created. And then, nothing. Silence. But deep beneath the crust of the planet, the bellow of a demon and the sound of a ringing metal hammer. Once, twice, and on the third ring, the birth of metal. Metal or get the fuck out with Monster and Goose.
Hello. Hi. Mr. Megagoose. Hi. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm quite well, thank you for asking. Yes. Third week in a row, we go live. It's alive. It's alive.
Science.
Oh, look. Is there somebody in the chat window? Oh, it's you.
Just me.
I was so happy. I'm like, oh, there's somebody else.
I know. It's out.
But you're used to, like, hearing disappoint in people's voices.
Not from people, just from you mostly.
And girls.
I don't talk to girls, so no.
That's a good point. Carry on, Mr. Goose.
It's the way of things.
Welcome to Metal or Get the Fuck Out, episode number 27. 27. I remember 27.
Like it was 11 years ago.
11?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was 13 for me.
Oh, that's...
I had to think about that a second. Yes,
Good.
we are broadcasting live currently on Spreaker. What else? We're also on metalorgtfo.com. I hear you typing in the background. We are also...
I type quietly. I'm not very good.
Type it. Why don't they make quiet keyboards, or do they?
They do. Mine's mechanical. So it's like clicky button things. So they make a lot of noise.
I hate mice clicks.
mean.
Yeah, I hate that noise. Where was I? We're also on Radio Billy FM. You can find us on iTunes and on Stitcher. Stitcher is becoming very, very popular. If you want to get in touch with either myself, Barry Monster, or the gentleman on the other microphone who goes by the name of Megagoose, you can hit us up on Twitter at twitter.com/metalorgtfo, again, all one word. On the Facebooks at facebook.com/metalorgtfo show, or the emails, the gmails, metalorgtfo show @gmail.com. Take it away, Brother Goose.
They also see us, sort of, I guess, every Monday at unappreciatedscholars.com, where we do Metal Monday. Their choice this week was Obelisk. That's OBELYSKH, and the song is The Ravens. They have put out a new album, I believe it was last week or the week before. I didn't listen to it in its entirety, but I know I did listen to the 3 tracks, and they're being very good. And we're speaking to Mr. Shreebus over on Twitter. He's saying he really liked this one album.
Okay.
I'm sure that's why he picked it. So go check that out, and also follow them at Twitter at Unscholars.
Wow.
And they are doing a podcast. I don't know when it's going to be ready. I'm sure they will let us know and let everybody else know. But I know that will be coming soon. So.
Oh, and who advised them on the podcast?
You.
So I should get
I'm trying
executive.
to think of some abstract name, but I just drawn a blank.
So I should get executive producer credits on every single podcast.
Wow, this is gonna open up a shitstorm tomorrow.
And if they do that, then I will not make fun of their Rammstein choices. Every other week, I play my rubber band. You jelly?
I'm playing washed up bass, you just can't hear it.
Ah, it's for deaf people, right?
Yes,
Cool beans.
and mimes.
Mimes. Somebody else type in the chat room. I don't even know who's listening. It doesn't, for whatever reason, I have the console. I can control everything, but it doesn't let me know how many people are actually listening at one point. And I think that's kind of sad.
Poor design, Spreaker.
Well, let's just hope that J.R. Morningstar's out there and he can actually listen to a full show and not just bits and pieces of it.
Oh, I hope Mr. Morningstar up right there. He's always a breath of fresh air in the chat room.
I think I'm getting arthritis.
You're getting old, so it could be.
My middle finger on my left hand is like, the knuckle hurts. Like, it's weird. It just hurts. It shouldn't hurt. I don't do anything with it. What?
Let's change the subject, shall we?
To what? Isn't it all about me?
Unfortunately, it usually is.
Yes! Yes!
I said, unfortunately, it's not a good thing.
What?
What?
You're hurting my brain, so, son. Oh, okay, Megagoose. We're a day late and $1 short.
These things happen.
By a lot of dollars short, I should say. What do we have to talk about? What do we usually talk about this time?
We just chit-chat about things we listen to, I think, and stuff we've done. And
Were you-
usual chit-chat, and then
Did you
I do a recommendation, and then you do Too Bad Sloppy, and then I do some news.
Okay, well, I'm trying to talk.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is going to be my theme music. Like, anytime I talk, I just have to play the rubber band. Can you hear it?
Yes,
Is it annoying?
it's not loud enough to be annoying.
Not now.
It's a little loud.
Did you find out about the Metallica movie yet? Did you look into it? Did you?
It's still not updated.
I'd
Still not playing Saturday as of yet.
I still don't think it's going to play Saturday at Freehold.
Might not. I find that very odd, but
Because it's only like it's even though it's in IMAX now, it's just going to be in a limited release, and they're going to release it slowly, like every week. More theaters will be at it.
stupid Metallica.
You know, they're trying
Playing
to.
Rockaway. Did you check any other theaters besides that one near you?
I checked the Freehold one. That's all that matters.
I guess if it's not playing at Freehold, we're not going to see it on a date.
Not on Saturday.
Oh,
Sorry.
God, I got my hair done and everything.
What hair? The patches on your face?
Oh, mean.
I know. See, that's why I couldn't do this.
Rockaway by me Saturday.
It is?
I'm looking.
Oh.
Ooh, Clyde with a chance of meatballs too.
What?
I really go see that.
You really?
He's playing Rockaway. Oh my God. He's playing by me and Rockaway, well, not by me, but close to me in Rockaway. But he's only playing 2 times. Not the one I want to go to.
Rockaway's far from me.
Yeah, well, I was saying if it doesn't play in Freehold, our meeting place, our in between, then you can see it at one theater. I'll see it at another, and we could come back and brainstorm on it on the show.
I will not go to a Metallica movie by myself. I am not that desperate to see it.
Okay.
Even for the show.
So
When I get-
folks, now you know who's more dedicated.
Whatever. Oh, shit. I forgot to take my allergy medication.
Too late now, man.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I've been fine, and I just put my hand in my pocket, and there's a pill. So now all of a sudden that I just realized that I didn't take my medicine, I'm done. I'm gonna just start sneezing and hawking up fucking phlegm and...
Take that thing. Take it.
I don't have anything to drink except maple syrup. Oh, yeah.
Viscous.
Oh, yeah, it couldn't be any worse than when the shit comes out my nose.
True.
If you're a new listener, prepare for a lot of sniffles.
More than usual.
If you're a new listener, introduce yourself.
Hi.
If you're a new listener, what the hell are you doing here? I'm playing with my beard.
That's thinking something.
No, it's like I'm making a noise and then I pull my beard hair. This is what I sound like. That's it. I'm doing the whole show like that. So, Mr. Goose, what do you have going on?
I can't work like this.
You can't work like what?
With you.
I'm literally not putting on a voice. I just put it on my cheek hair, and this is what it sounds like. I sound kind of southern, doesn't I?
I don't think that has anything to do with you pulling your beard hair over your mouth.
It's not over my mouth. I'm pulling it outwards. Like out. Hello?
Oh, I hear it.
Okay. I'll stop now.
I thank you, and the interwebs thank you.
That interwebs just sucked my... Anyway, go on. Say something educational for the people.
Say something what?
Educational for the people. That's what we're here for.
How do we get to my pick for the week?
Ugh. Okay, what is it?
My pick for the week is Broken Hopes, Omen of Disease.
Yay!
It's currently out on Century Media. It is also on the Spotify, my testing grounds of sorts. This is the first album I've heard from them. I haven't really been into death metal in the past. It's more of a recent thing, the past year or so.
I wonder why.
My understanding is this is their first album in like 8 years or so. Last thing they put out was 95-ish, I want to say.
I don't know. 95? That would be like, you mean 2005?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Or Research Goose is my nickname.
Yeah, well, that's what we do here.
But it's, they're kind of like a horror, kind of gore theme. More gore, I should say, than horror kind of themed band. If you look at their Facebook page, the ad for the album is the album cover, which has great artwork on it, by the way. And they're all like, they have like pustules on their faces, and they're all like got horror looks on their face. It's really cool, actually. I doubt they perform like that. That would kind of suck to have to put on those things every night.
I just want to say that the studio album, their last one before the new one, was 1999.
And there you go. I guess they parted like it was, and that's what happened. I'm sad. Anyway, I thought when I heard a couple intro tracks that they released that their vocals would be too abrasive, but once you listen to it once or twice, they kind of blend with everything else. Like, to me, it's like it could become its own instrument, you know? Maybe that singer's voice.
Right.
And it's really like a very deep growl, and if you can understand what he's saying while he's singing, then I will give you a chocolate chip cookie, because...
What kind of cookie?
It's just... It's a lot of growling.
What kind of chocolate chip cookie?
Mint chocolate chip. They exist.
Mint chocolate chip? I hope.
I just made it up right now.
Of course you did.
But it's a really good album. It's a really solid album. If that's kind of your thing, like it's almost grindcore-ish in a way. Like the vocals remind me of what's his name from that band?
Oh wow, that narrows it down.
You know who I'm talking about.
No, that guy from that band. Wow, really?
The vegan grindcore band.
Oh, Cattle Decapitation.
Thank you. Yes, that's what it reminds me of.
Oh,
Not quite as wide a range as Travis, but similar. So if you like that and you're into that, I definitely recommend checking it out. Like I said, you can try it before you buy. Check it out on Spotify. And I think it's also streaming on a couple other websites, maybe like Revolver or something like that. But check out Spotify, and that is my choice for pick of the week.
Cool. Broken Hope. Goose loves a broken hope. Do you like that song?
You speak that up now?
It totally did, bro.
You can tell it's horrible.
What?
You heard me.
Why you gotta hurt me like that?
Because I really want to.
Do you even sing, bro?
Bro, do you even?
Even bro, do you?
This is getting out of hand fast.
A little bit. Is that too much caffeine?
I had that sneaking suspicion.
Yep. I drank my Diva drink, the Coco Cafe Coconut Water Cafe Latte.
What the hell is that?
It's 11.1 fluid ounces of pure bliss. It's coconut water, right? But it's also got a splash of reduced fat milk and a shot of espresso. Has 120 milligrams of caffeine. So you get hydration and caffeination all in one convenient little package.
Wow.
It's my new obsession. At almost $3 a pop. Yep.
Listen, it's like you're substituting one energy drink and you start drinking Monster for something else entirely.
Yeah, but at least this is better than Monster. Way better. This is like all natural. It has ingredients: coconut water, reduced fat milk, espresso, water, coffee, sugar, carrageenan. What? What's carrageenan? I think I went to school with Cara. Ha! And natural flavors. It's gluten free.
Oh, well, in that case.
I know. So, bro, you even drink it?
Hell no.
What do we do now?
We can do some news, or you can do your too bad, too sloppy.
No, you got to do
segment.
news. Go into news. We need bumpers and shit.
Yeah. Hey, bumper guy, get on that, will you?
Do we have a bumper guy?
You know, he knows who he is.
No,
I
but
don't
he's like,
say his name.
no, he's studying anatomy or something.
Oh,
Stuff
stuff like
about-
running or working out.
Stuff about penises.
Shh, listen, you're fit enough. Let's go sit in a sofa for a while, will you?
Yeah, seriously. Become American. Sit on your ass.
All right. First thing, KK. I didn't even know this happened. It goes to show you how much I read. KK Downing apparently did not retire, but rather he quit Judas Priest at his own volition. Now, people were saying he retired. Some people were saying that he left. He was this and that. But he did an interview with the Midlands Rocks a few weeks ago, and he said in no uncertain terms that he quit the band. It just wasn't for him anymore. He has no hard feelings. It's just it was a constant album touring, and he took a break for a while, and he just sounds like from what he said he kind of got used to the vacation life and just didn't want to be on the road anymore.
But that's still almost like retiring.
I guess, but I think there was some argument on the terms of him leaving.
Okay.
Like he said, he still likes to play,
Right.
but he just wasn't enjoying it anymore.
It's still a retirement to me, dude. If you take some time off and you're like, oh, bro, I like this time off shit, and you go, I don't want to do that anymore. It's like, okay, well, you retired from Judas Priest. You quit, but you also... Like, if there's no hard feelings, you didn't really... I don't know, it just doesn't seem like you quit. You just kind of retired.
It's a little from both columns.
Yeah, a little from A, a little from B.
Mm-hmm. In other make you feel old news, which Barry and I discussed, we're going to do something like this a little more often on the show. We just kind of haven't figured out what exactly we're going to...
We haven't figured out a lot of stuff.
What did you say?
I said we haven't figured out a lot of stuff.
This is true.
Do you know what I did today? I started working on a new logo.
Oh.
Because I'm going to win that $50 Amazon gift card.
That's kind of cheating, though, isn't it?
It's what?
Kind of cheating. It's like one of those contests you see that from like radio stations or music stations where they say the disclaimer, you can't be a relative or employee of said network.
I'm not an employee or relative. How am I related to myself?
You are yourself.
Exactly. So I'm me. I'm not a relative.
So anyway.
I'm not an employee because I'm not getting paid.
On September 26th.
What?
Motley Crue released Shout at the Devil.
30 years ago?
30 years ago.
Hey, good for them. Good for those guys.
Metal Sucks had I think it was Metal Sucks.
I was just about to... I know what you're going to say. Just go. Because I was going to say the same thing. The album cover?
Of them. It was like the 4 pictures like from Shout at the Devil, but it was like now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was...
I mean, Six doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
I think the picture they had of him was kind of crappy, but overall, I think he's probably the healthiest looking one of them all.
Considering, like, he died, too.
Yeah. Well, Mick Mars is dead, so.
Yeah, Mick isn't in the greatest shape, so I kind of forgive him.
You know what's odd about him? I think we discussed this somewhere before. Like, he is, like, physically in bad shape.
Yeah.
But he's been saying, like, seemingly forever that, I don't know if I can tour anymore. It's so bad. My spine is fused together. But yet, he keeps touring year after year. So, how bad is it really? Well,
you know, it's one of those things where some people, it actually keeps them going when they're doing what they love, you know, and it actually just helps them. It's like a therapy for them. They kind of forget the pain when they're out working or playing music or doing whatever they do. So it could be that. He could be in excruciating pain one minute and not able to do shit, but he picks up a guitar and it's like adrenaline rush. It's like a whole different mindset. You feel me?
I'm picking up what you're putting down, sir.
I was hoping you would feel me.
Oh, I don't want to.
Oh well, 30 years. Wow. I was 10.
Yeah.
I was 10 years old. Oh well, what's next?
That's all the news I got.
What? Why?
Couldn't find anything else worth, there's other stuff happening, but, you know.
Like, what's happening?
News stuff?
You're supposed to tell us. You're the news guy.
Listen,
you're like...
Too bad, too sloppy. Come on. Stop dodging it. I think you don't have it. That's why you're beating out the bush.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that my music?
I can't hear it, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's too bad and sloppy. At least I had music. You could play something. But no. Did we have a show last week? Yes, we did have a show last week. It was 26.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, welcome to this week's Too Bad and Sloppy. We start off with guitarist and wah-wah pedal user extraordinaire Kirk Hammett saying he thinks Lulu is some of the best stuff they ever done in a article or interview they did with The Verge magazine. Says, I think Lulu is some of the best stuff we've done. I mean, the song Junior Dad moves me to tears, and working with Lou Reed was such a cool, unique, and special thing for us. Maybe it's not for everyone, maybe it's a challenge for our fans, but for us, Lars, James, Rob, and myself, we love doing it, and it was such a great experience. We look back on it positively. Hey, that's fine, that's all well and good, but that doesn't mean the album's fucking great, or even good, or even mediocre.
Or tolerable.
A lot of people have great experiences working on movies that suck. It just happens. Nobody liked Lulu. Get over it. It's done. I appreciate the fact you tried something different. I really do. But you know what? It doesn't work. Like a lot of people think St. Anger doesn't work. But St. Anger is a good album. But Lulu, sorry guys, not so much.
More like poo-poo, am I right?
Oh, man. I set it up. You hit it out the park. All right. We're like a wrestling tag team. I want to be the Nature Boy. Woo! No?
No forbidden drink coffee on podcast nights.
Woo! This is why I couldn't do it yesterday, because my brain was dead, and I just couldn't, like, formulate thoughts, and I was just like, "Woo." So, you would rather have, like, a dead me, like, no thoughts or personality, than this me, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, no, that's what you just said. You just said no more coffee. And this is what's happening to me because of the drink, the caffeine and the coconut water.
Did you put a lime in the coconut?
I put the lime in the coconut. Next in Too Bad and Sloppy, a band that I just don't understand, and I know you don't understand as well. And we actually spoke about them yesterday when we were on Skype. Butcher Babies. One of them women's had a boob implant rupture, but then she kind of turns around and denied it. Did she deny it? I don't understand. I'm very confused. First of all, I didn't even know there were two girls in the band. That blew my mind. I had no idea. Because I can't listen to them.
I listened to one song, some video they put out a couple weeks ago, and I was like, ew.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I hear them on Sirius XM, and I immediately go to, like, Easy Listening, or even the Grateful Dead channel, because that's better than what they have.
Whoa, it's like crazy now.
And I don't even like the Grateful Dead.
Me neither.
But, let's see here. Original story is, one of the Butcher Babies, again, blew my mind that there were two of them. Veronica Lodge, in an interview she did with Revolver, said she broke a breast implant 3 years ago. It ruptured, it was a slow leak, blah, blah, blah. Had to get it replaced, which sucks because she had to take 6 weeks off. So then, let's see, what does she say? She came out on Twitter, of course, because that's what everybody does.
That's the place to come out to.
The fuck? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, ha ha ha. Hashtag false, hashtag fail, hashtag what the fuck, hashtag who has time to make up this crap. A lot of hashtags. So she basically implied the rupture had nothing to do with performing semi-nude. Who hasn't been injured in a mosh pit, topless, whoever.
Oh my God.
Topless, however, was not the attire that year. And this is also another thing I didn't know. I didn't know their big thing was performing topless with what do you call that shit over there? Nipples.
Electrical tape?
Yeah, that. And they used to do it on every live performance, but then they stopped once they started to pick up steam, I guess, to get kind of noticed, which was more recently. Which kind of just makes me think that they were using that quote-unquote sex... What was that? Was that you?
Whoa, no, that was you.
Wasn't me. What happened? Did everything blow up? No, it wasn't me. It was you. Doesn't matter. But they were using their boobs just to get, like, attention of people instead of using the music. And then once people kind of got a following due to them performing with their breasts hanging out, they dropped it. Like, I don't know. There's women out there who fight to be recognized musically and not have their fucking tits hang out all over the place.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What?
The language.
What language? English?
Tits.
Oh, yeah, where?
Right here.
Oh my God, they're so hot. I'm glad you shaved them.
Let's see.
Well, I really didn't. I heard them, for a while. I never knew anything about them until I think it was the story where they're not performing with the tape anymore.
Right.
That's their whole. As far as I can tell, that's all they got going for them.
Yeah.
If you like the band, then it's fine. I'm not meaning to insult anybody, but
I've never seen anybody even talk about them. So, but in an interview on July 26th in the Artisan News, Carla and Heidi spoke about their decision to ditch the nipple tape look during their live performances. Their appearance over the course of the last 5 years consisted of this erotic look. However, they claimed it's not needed anymore and actually became annoying. But it wasn't annoying when it was drawing people to your shows. That's kind of what I'm getting at. This is that they were just using it to attract people.
Of course.
Which I don't know. If I was in a band, I'd be like, all right, so people are just coming to see your tits and not hear us play.
Listen, if I had a nice set of boobs,
I wouldn't leave the house.
My advantage too.
There's using it to your advantage, but then there's just outright.
Oh, not like that. I was being silly and sarcastic.
You were not.
Sorry.
Next up, these two things kind of go hand in hand with Too Bad and Sloppy. One thing we were doing yesterday, because even though we didn't do a show, we were on Skype for like an hour talking about shit. And we were looking for shows to go to, because we had originally talked about going to see Death Angel, but it turns out, was that a Sunday show or a Friday? That's a Friday show, right?
It was, I think it was a Sunday, or I'm not sure what day it was, but it was,
I
think it was Sunday at like a really bad time.
Yeah. It was in Wilmington, Delaware, so that was kind of far for both of us.
Yeah.
And then we're looking, what's its name? Necrogomicon's either playing 2.5 hours east or 2.5 hours west. So we can't.
One of those shows that are really odd time too, isn't it?
Well, the Friday show is in New York, and the Pennsylvania show is Sunday.
Right.
So, the New York City show would be better, but it's New York, and apparently if you go to New York, you get chased by motorcycle gangs.
True story.
True story. Then there was that Metal Fest that with 6 Feet Under that's playing on a Sunday again.
Yes.
And that one just happened to be in New Jersey at Dingbats, but it was a Sunday. It started at 3, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And there's only one band I really wanted to go see. That's 6 Feet Under, and even now I'm like, yeah, they're bleh. So then I had known about the show, but then you brought it up yesterday, was that Megadeth was playing the Wellmont Theater in Montclair. And we started looking at ticket prices. And you can get general admission tickets for $62.50, or you can get them for $652.
Mm-hmm.
Which was like ludicrous. But that's for a meet and greet, right?
Yeah, it's for like a huge package, like special seats, backstage passes, meet and greet, and all that.
It still
yes.
seems like a hell of a lot of money to me for a meet and greet with a backstage pass. $652. And then Tier 1 was $116.50. Now, this is Megadeth, Fear Factory, and Nonpoint. Nonpoint, whatever. I could do without them. I don't even think I recognize a song from them if I heard it. Fear Factory, again, kind of got on my bad side. Not that they care, but there's just a pattern of them treating their bandmates shit.
Are you sure they don't care, man?
I'm pretty sure they don't care.
Okay.
And Megadeth, which you're not seeing the good Megadeth. You're seeing, like, the Christian Megadeth. And there's nothing wrong with being Christian, but that's just not what Megadeth, the foundation of Megadeth, was built on. And now, like I said, Tier 1 is $116.50. And I just can't comprehend paying that much to see those 3 bands.
No.
I don't even think the big 4 tickets were that much. And that was 4 bands. Good bands.
Quattro.
But there's still plenty of balcony seats open. Balcony 2 is almost filled, which is...
Yeah, the upper balcony is almost filled,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Balcony 1 is...
We were saying, I mean, I don't have the patience to sit in, like, the front row and deal with people anymore. I'd rather sit, like, front row, balcony, and just relax.
Yeah.
Take a show.
Dude, I don't want to be up front with some sweaty teenager pushing his hairless chest against me, screaming, Megadeth! It's like, alright, dude, whatever. I'm done. I just want to go watch a show. I always just wanted to watch a show. I like to watch the musicians and... but I can't... $652. You're not worth it. You're not worth it, Mustaine. Sorry.
I don't know if any band would be worth it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough too, because one, it's a lot of money, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Go up, shake their hand, say hi, get an autograph, and leave?
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna go out and have dinner with them. Now, if it was dinner, that would be a different story. Well,
would you have to pay for dinner then?
If they said $1,000 for a ticket, and you can go out and have like hang out in the back and have like a meal with whatever band it is, band of your choice.
Yeah.
I strongly consider that because you can hang out, you can talk, you know.
But again, the only bands I wouldn't even do it for Anthrax, and I love Anthrax. I wouldn't do it. I might do it. No, actually, I wouldn't even do it for Guar. Metallica might be the only one I would consider.
You wouldn't want to sit and hang out with Anthrax or with Metallica for like up to say an hour for an arbitrary time
for $1,000. No, nope, not worth it. Not $1,000. Really, $1,000? I just couldn't. No.
I mean, I don't have $1,000 to do it right now, but if I had it, sure.
No, I couldn't do it. No, sorry. Speaking of Anthrax, they are in the process of recording a new album. Charlie Benante posted another picture today. Awesome sauce. But what this two-band is kind of leading into is that we're in the middle of nowhere when it comes to shows. New Jersey is motherfucked when it comes to shows. I'm starting to realize. Mm-hmm. More and more. They're either playing New York, Philly, or all of a sudden the hotbed of East Coast metal is Wilmington, Delaware, and Mojo 13. How the hell that happened, I have no idea.
Who, by the way, have the worst website created.
Oh, it's pure shit. But they're getting...
They rely on Facebook, obviously, but how you cannot have someone on a website when you have a concert venue in this day and age?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but they're getting the shows. They're getting the bands.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the show that I want to see more than most, except for Necrogoblicon, Death Angel, Revocation, and who else? I don't remember off the top of my head, but...
What's your babies?
Oh, I forgot about it. I guess I can't go that day. Shit. That was a joke. I know they weren't playing that.
I know.
But there's nowhere in New Jersey. I mean, Wellmont gets a show every now and then, but I'm not going to go see Megadeth. I'm sorry, not anymore.
Doesn't the place in Sayreville don't they get shows, or they don't get metal shows really there?
Starland on occasion. In fact, Guar was, I think, the most recent one on September 15th. And then Clutch is playing there December 27th.
You think I've never been there. Do you think there's any particular reason?
I don't know. It's known as Slayerville, so it should get more metal than anywhere else in the world with a name like Slayerville.
Have you seen a show there? Is it a good venue?
Yeah, I've been to Starland. You haven't been to Starland?
No.
I was there when Anthrax did their reunion tour back in 2005, and they recorded it on the DVD. You can see me in the DVD, too.
Really?
Yep. That was when Joey rejoined the band for, just that little tour, and then they kicked him out again. But that screwed things up because John Bush didn't want to come back. He's like, you brought Joey back, but now you want me. I'm going to sit this one out, guys. So.
Aww.
Yeah, that's the clusterfuck that started it all. But in the end, it all worked out. They put out a great album. So you came up with the idea to get a sugar daddy for yourself and open up a metal club somewhere here in Jersey.
Yes.
All ages, of course, because that's where the money's at, the kids.
Of course, we're all about the kids. Wait, no, not like that.
Yeah, don't go saying that, Sandusky.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's a neat idea, but I think the probability of it happening and the process that goes into it is probably just pain in the balls.
I was joking when I said it.
I know, but it would still be cool because right now,
awesome.
Like I said, there's just Dingbats has shows, but I don't think that they hold a lot of people. Starland Ballroom. Well, Starland actually.
Starland. There's not a lot of places to have shows. It seems like. I mean, I don't personally know how booking a concert works. I don't know if the label, if it's the band, or.
Well, they have tour manager. Most bands have a tour manager, unless depending on where they're at in the hierarchy of bands, the landscape of bands.
I'm sure there's got to be a reason why more bands that we'd like to see, Necrogoblicon and whatnot, don't come that far into Jersey.
Well, the reason why Necrogoblicon is coming out east for a few shows is because they had to do something before they went over to Europe to do their tour. So it's like they're just doing like 4 or 5 shows here, and then they're shooting over to Europe. So it's not like they're coming here and they're going back west.
Yeah.
They're just coming here as like a layover. Then out west they go.
I mean, Europe, out east.
But I don't know if people in Jersey, I know for a fact a lot of people in Jersey just don't go to shows in Jersey. I don't know why. But I feel like maybe just the bigger cities have the bigger draw. I mean, I'm not going to New York to see a show. Not now. Just because it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
See,
in order for the bridge and the parking, the tolls and everything, it might be, looked at a little differently.
yeah,
But you're at like $25, $30, even maybe more before you even get into the show.
right. Then God forbid you don't park in the right spot. You either get towed or... and I know you could say, oh, take public transit. No! I'm a diva. I don't take public transportation.
Okay, let's say you take public transportation. You take, or take a bus, we'll take a path, let's say.
Yeah.
So parking in Hoboken isn't cheap.
Nope.
I look at it. If you're lucky enough to get it, well, you can't even park on the street because the meters aren't long enough.
No.
So you're kind of forced to park in a garage. And garages are going to be $12, $15, $20.
And you gotta wait for the path. And then you have to wait for the path on the way home. And hope some crazy homeless guy doesn't push in the tracks. Then you have to get a
concert going. It's not easy.
Then you have to get a cab, more than likely, to get wherever you're going. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's a good chance.
I give up. I'm staying in my basement forever. I'd go to Philadelphia, but I don't know it that well. So, and nobody, you don't live near there. Nobody I know lives near there. Blah!
So many problems.
Get off my lawn. That's what I feel like right now. You kids, get off my lawn. So somebody book some shows in Jersey.
Yeah.
Do something.
Almost happens.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Preferably in Freehold, because it's like right in the center. In that theater would be awesome.
Yes. Oh.
Cool.
Interesting.
What do you want to do? You want to get into a song?
Yeah, what do you got?
Take a break. I'm going to play What Great Fangs. This was a band we discovered in the excuse me, the inbox for metal or GTFO show at gmail.com. It's a band that I don't know how they found us, honestly. They just said, hey, we're this band. Here's our songs. Check us out. And you kind of glossed them over. And then I was like, in there, like, well, what's this? And you're like, fuck, 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 fuck. I was like, oh, okay.
Those are my exact words.
Exactly like that. And I started listening to them like, this is good shit. And then you listen to it and you're like, this is good shit. So it's amazing how this stuff works, this technology.
Yeah.
So it was like 5 songs, 5 or 6 songs. 6, right?
Yes, 6.
I haven't had a chance to listen to them all yet. I've only listened to like 2 or 3. You listened to all 6, right?
Yes, very good.
Yeah, I'm super, super happy that this band set this for music. For us to give to you now, we're going to play some What Great Fangs, a song. I don't know if it's about legendary wrestler Hacksaw Jim Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but that's the title of the song, is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. We'll come back after the song. And we got some other stuff to talk about, right, Mr. Megagoose?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's turn this up. Yeah, welcome back. Metal or Get the Fuck Out. Episode 27. I am your host, Barry Monster. Gentleman is Megagoose on the other microphone. You just heard What Great Fangs with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, I don't even know if it has anything to do with the wrestler, but good song.
Yes.
Why does that water taste funny? Oh, there's all sorts of shit popping in it. I don't know if that's natural or not. Hold on, let me taste.
They're sea monkeys.
I really, for a split second, thought maybe you said maybe it's semen.
No.
I'd be like, oh, that's
That's
delicious.
disgusting. Who would say something like that?
Me?
I know.
Megagoose.
Oh, the berries.
We were originally going to talk about apps and shit like that, how we listen to music, so on and so forth. But I also wanted to bring up something that I posted on the Metal or GTFO page.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was a question of the day, asking people that since the government is now shut down, what if you had the chance to shut something down in the world of metal, what would it be? Like a trend, a subgenre, a specific band, etc. etc. period. People like the status, but nobody chimed in on it, which I don't know. It's weird. I see this on all the pages that I kind of run or am associated with. Like, people will get involved for a period of time and comment on like everything, then all of a sudden it's quiet. And then it's like a flurry of activity, and then it's quiet. I don't know why that is.
Facebook's a crazy place.
Like, I honestly thought, wow, this might be a pretty good topic starter. I might have something here. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I boosted the post.
Oh my, I didn't.
So that more, well, see, I don't know if just because you're an admin, I don't think it lets you know. But so far, the total reach is 500 people, and there's still $2.66 of my $5 left. But, oh, I'm sorry, 5 people have liked this.
Yeah.
And nobody we know.
You crazy kids.
So, I would appreciate it. Even, I know, you know who will chime in on this? King James. I'm sure he will. He will, because he actually sent us a message. You read the message, correct?
Recently?
Yeah, on the Metal or GTFO page.
I don't think so.
Where he basically says, Goose, your pronunciation is spot on for tier. The line is called a macron and indicates a distinct letter pronunciation. The band name is taken after the Norse god Tyr, in Old English, Tew, T-I-W, after whom Tuesday is named.
I see. Let me tell you something. Facebook recently, when I say recently, I mean for the past month or so, is acting very strange. Like, some days it'll be fine, some days it'll like do something. Like right now, when I look at the page,
Yeah?
all from the last 4 posts are showing that it has no reach.
No reach. Yeah, I saw that today too.
Sometimes, like, a post will have had, let's say, a couple hundred people for total reach, and the next day it'll say 19.
Yes.
The next day it'll say 50.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the issue is.
I don't know either.
And I'm looking for James's comment, and the
No,
last one I see is from
It's a
Sin,
message.
the show suggestion.
It's a message over in the admin panel. Up top, you know where the admin panel is?
What messages?
Yeah.
Last one I see there is James.
Yes.
But from September 20th.
That's it.
See, that's been there for... No, hang on.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. I see... Okay, you know what? It got hidden. Because I see the one from September 27th.
Okay.
I didn't see the one previously.
Oh, no?
Were the one you read.
No?
No. That one, I guess he posted them in succession.
Yeah.
So I didn't see it.
Well, posted one on the 26th and the next one on the 27th.
Yes, I think it was the 27th covered up, and since I read that, I didn't go any further back.
Oh.
Anyway, Facebook's stupid. Wouldn't let me do a poll. Like, you can't do polls anymore. You can search it.
Oh, yeah, your poll. Not your poll, because...
Oh, yes.
Let's take
I
a
know
look
what you meant.
at the straw poll. Who, I know you won, basically. A whole
Yes.
6-3.
Yes, but there's a couple of people on Twitter, so the total number of votes was more. It's probably like 12 or 13 total votes.
Right. For your testament to...
But yes,
Legacy.
testament. What? Did Facebook? They used to have the polls, or I think you can ask a question with checkboxes.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Nope.
I searched into like the help area of Facebook,
Yeah.
and it was all posts. Where are they? They're gone. Why can't you do them anymore? Then I'm like, oh well, we use this add-on. I don't want to use an add-on for
Yeah.
that.
It really changed everything. And
Don't offer something and then say psych. So straw polls are easy. We'll use them if you want any kind of polls in the future.
But, if we post a poll, you should probably vote in it.
Yes.
6-3 isn't that great.
Audience participation. That's what we're all about.
Yeah. So I would really like to discuss what you would like to see out of metal, shutdown-wise. If the government had control of metal, what would they shut down? What would you shut down? And also, going back to Sin's post, because it was funny, because she's like, warning, show suggestion. What about the discussion about the different genres of and subgenres of metal and what is a criteria? I never knew there was a Viking metal category. Two things about that specific idea. One, it was pretty much done already with that metal, what do you call it, documentary on VH1 Classic, that 7 or 8 part that I've spoken about, and that they're doing the death metal, black metal episode now. The Indiegogo or whatever it was. Metal Evolution. That's it. And to do something that in depth would be like another 8-part series easily. It's something that we would need to really research.
Yes, it's not like it's something I would be interested in doing, but it would, like you said, require a bit of research and intel, if you will.
Yeah, and we'd have to get opinions from people, and and as I said, I don't know how one could actually top the Metal Evolution series, because the dude did an awesome job on it. And it's really awesome. He's got a whole metal family tree thing that he shows you. It's like, oh my god. He put years into that. And I don't know how we could talk about different genres and what the criteria is. Because even, since then she had no idea there was a Viking metal subgenre.
I just learned about that one recently too.
So it can be done, but it's not something that we can just turn on the microphones and talk about, which we could, but I'd like to sound a little bit more educated.
Education.
But you wanted
all that being said,
what?
Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome suggestion, and it's a great topic. But that's something that I think we could have actually guests on and talk about, excuse me, what their thoughts are on certain genres and what their criteria is, so on and so forth. Because in reality, right now, we could do a live call-in show. If I decide to keep Spreaker going. So do you want to talk about apps or what?
Actually, I thought we could do the other things, but we're
What
going
do-
to save that till we get James's response.
Or anybody
Yeah, we
else?
can do apps.
Because we're an hour in, so make it quick. Go.
Oh, sorry.
Bye.
Well, I say it all the time here. I talk about it all the time. And my favorite app, I guess, for discovering new music and just listening to stuff before I buy it is, of course, Spotify. I don't have the mobile app because you have to pay for it. And while I used to be all about paying X amount of dollars a month and you get all the music you want. Lately, I've been like the total opposite. Like I don't want physical stuff as much. I do want to have the albums. You know, that's
Right.
why I like Bandcamp or iTunes or whatever, buy them digitally. But I want to have them. So I'm kind of going away from the all-you-can-eat kind of table. But Spotify is still awesome for, you know, listening to stuff before you want to buy it. Like I listened to albums on Spotify and then bought them, you know, a couple days later. And it's great for that. It's also great for just, you know, listening to whatever you want if you don't have it on the hard drive or your phone or what have you. And they also have a lot of good apps. Like there's like Metal Hammer has an app where they list like playlists from the editors and stuff like that. And Earache has an app called Metalizer, and it's like I will fire it up right now.
Is it for phones or is it just for?
Metalizer.
What's it for?
It's for Spotify. It's like
okay,
desktop version.
Right.
And you have 4 levels, or 5, excuse me. Yeah, one's metal, one's death, one's thrash, and one's grind. And you adjust the level for each one, and the last one is number of tracks, 20 being the least, and 100 being the most. And you adjust them all, then you hit metalize/play, and it makes a playlist. And it's really good. I've used it a couple times. I found a couple bands through it. Sometimes, you know, you get things you're not going to like, of course, and other times it's a whole list of great shit. So that's a good one. There's another couple like kind of metal ones only. Metal of Century, which is from Century Media. It has all of their kind of their main label and all their families, which is Century Media, Inside Out, Super Bowl, and People Like You, looks like.
Yeah, People Like
has
You
a lot
records.
of bands on their label exclusively. So if you're a fan of Century Media, you can go there and check out all of their stuff. We also like the fact that you can search. And while I was kind of actually really mad the other day because I was trying to find out how to do a more refined search. Like I found that you can do by label. If you put label : and Metal Blade, for example, you'll pick up everything for Metal Blade. You can do it by genre. So you do genre, and then whatever genre you want, and it'll pick up things from that genre. Blues worked, country worked, rock worked, hip hop worked. Metal, nothing.
Really?
Death metal, nothing. Thrash metal, nothing. I don't know why. I mean, it's got to be something internal with Spotify.
Right.
Like I'm sure when labels put their work on it, they have to do something so they know what genre it is. So if you search like that, it knows how to pull it up.
Maybe it's
And
heavy metal.
I don't know what the problem is, but it's really annoying. But it's great for like playlists. Like we share playlists all the time with you guys. The new releases and stuff from the podcast and just our general list. And it's for all those reasons. It really is one of my favorite kind of go-to music apps.
Spreaker.
But I will say this: the radio stinks.
What radio?
They have a radio,
Spotify radio,
like
yeah.
a Pandora competitor, and I've used it a bunch of times, and it's not the same as Pandora. Pandora, I always get so much good stuff. This one, it's so hit and miss.
Have you been using iTunes radio?
I use iTunes Radio for a while. 6, 8, 10 hours, I'd say, probably total. And I don't know, it's like, it kind of sucks. There was a string of really good songs, and then, like, I just picked the made-up one. It was the death metal. Like, they have like good categories. They have death metal, thrash, black metal, and grindcore and stuff like that. I was surprised they had so many choices. But, like, listen to death metal, and then, like, Pantera will show up. Like, bands that definitely don't fit in the genre get popping up. And that was a little off-putting. I mean, you can select it and exclude it from that list, kind of do from in Pandora. But the fact that they came up was a little annoying. But that may be a like a label, an internal kind of thing.
Right.
Like, same thing that metal didn't come up in Spotify. Maybe that's why Pantera came up in death metal. Like something in there, inside there.
Me personally, I before Google Play, I didn't really use Spreaker, or I used Pandora occasionally, but anytime I listened to music, it was either on my satellite radio or it was stuff that I was streaming from my own network hard drive here at home via my Sonos system. However, then Google Play came out, and it kind of made me look at things a little bit differently. Because then all of a sudden, and I know I could have done this with Spotify too, I guess, get unlimited access to albums, so on and so forth. But I do pay the subscription. So I got in early, so I got like the $1 discount a month. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can just access any album I want that's, on there, of course. So far, I haven't been disappointed. It seems like everything that I've looked for has been there. And they've been adding more and more content. And I've actually just only started recently to use Google Radio, which I spoke about a couple of shows ago, where the Metallica station was kind of bleh, but I understand the music choices that they had. But the Anthrax station I've listened to has been pretty spot on with what they've played on there, band-wise and music-wise. They've mixed it up with old and new bands. Like there's been Exodus, old and new Exodus. Hatriot, which is the old singer of Exodus's new band. There's been Pantera on there. Of course, there's been Anthrax. Even some Black Sabbath, which I don't mind, only because they don't constantly play Black Sabbath. Mm-hmm. So I haven't explored Google Play Radio. I haven't looked to see if there's actually genres of radio there. There probably is, because it does offer you suggestions. Let me see if I can bring it up on my phone. I don't use it on my phone.
Now, when you listen to the Google Radio, was it a lot of newer stuff, or was it a mix?
It was a mix. It was. I was really happy with it. I was pleasantly surprised with the mix. Let's see, radio. I listened to George Jones Radio 2 and Earth Crisis Radio and Hank Williams 3 Radio. And the one I didn't like.
He's good.
And the one I didn't like the most was Metallica, but that was only because they played like Godsmack and Disturbed.
Yeah, you know what's funny? That's funny that Godsmack came in on some stuff. I didn't listen to like Metallica. I think it might have been. I started with the Overkill.
Wow.
I think Godsmack or something like Godsmack kind of came on.
Ugh.
It was it was Disturbed. That's who it was.
Ugh. God, they're even worse.
Are you kidding me?
But I can understand them on a Metallica channel, because I think Metallica's even toured with Godsmack and Disturbed. So, and because Metallica's a little bit more mainstream than Anthrax or Slayer or Exodus.
Sure.
So I can see why they would lump some of those bands. Even Alice in Chains was played on the Metallica station. But I haven't had a chance to really, because I just don't have time to get into all the genres of radio and what's out there in terms of Google Play. But I've never been a big streaming radio guy. Like, I tried Spotify when it was first came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, Spotify." And I was like, yeah, it's not that great. I'm not like thrilled by it. Like, there's a Sons of Northern Darkness radio station. That's awesome.
It has come a long way though since it came out in the States.
Right. I'm sure it has, but let's see genres. They've got a metal genre, all metal, alt metal, black metal, death metal, classic metal, doom metal, hair metal, industrial, metalcore, progressive metal, and thrash. Those are the metal stations.
Is that Google?
Yes. And black metal, death metal showing me off the bat. Mayhem, Morbid Angel, Napalm Death, and Venom. That makes me happy. I'll have to look at that. And thrash is showing me Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Testament right off the bat.
Another good thing that I don't really use much in Spotify is you can follow bands now.
Oh yeah?
And then when they update, like, playlists and stuff like that, or albums where they add new music, you'll get it in your little activity bar. And sometimes, I mean, I think I mentioned this a couple of shows ago that I got an email about a new Overkill album was on. So they send you emails pertinent to things you listen to.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it's, again, I don't think I'd pay for it. I think it's, for me, it's more discovering new stuff and trying before you buy kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't know. Again, maybe it's just because I have Android devices. Paying the $8 a month for the Google Play, just for unlimited everything, to me, it's plus the fact I can upload 20,000 of my own songs.
Very true.
And then you don't even have to subscribe for that. You can just upload 20,000 songs. And they don't care where it comes from.
I'm sorry, God.
I said they don't care where it comes from. Amazon, iTunes. Even if you illegally downloaded it, they don't care. You can just upload that shit.
Damn.
And they're like, what? We'll take care of that. Don't worry, son. You just put it on our servers.
You know what's a really good service, and I think a lot of people liked it, but it just got so overshadowed by everything else, was Microsoft's Zune service.
Yeah, you always like that.
I had it for a while, and I liked it. Again, that was when I was more about the all-you-can-eat kind of thing.
Right.
But what they also did was they gave you, I forget how it worked now, they gave you credits every month to go along with your, like, whatever you paid, let's say it was $11, $15 a month, whatever. But they gave you, like, credits where you can buy, I think it was 10 free songs every month.
Right.
So they kind of basically gave you a free album every month.
Yes, I remember that.
And that's a great incentive, you know, if you could do something like that.
Well,
I know they still have some kind of music service. It's not called Zune anymore. I think it's just called
Xbox Music.
Yeah. And I don't know if they still offer that. But when they did, that was great. I mean, I got a lot of free albums from that.
Well, I know that on Google Play, if there's an album I don't own and I don't buy, I can still download it to my phone to listen to later offline.
Yeah.
Which is pretty neat.
I think if you pay for Spotify, I think they have that also. Like,
Okay.
you can download the songs to your mobile device. But if you delete your subscription,
You don't own it.
anymore.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know. I thought Amazon was supposed to come out with a radio service, too. It's like, everybody's just going to come out with a radio service.
Of course, everybody wants to get in on what everybody else is doing.
So
It's good and bad, you know.
Do you think Pandora has anything to worry about from iTunes Radio? Because everybody's like, oh my god, Pandora's going to die a slow death now that iTunes Radio is here. But, I don't
Yes
know.
and no. I mean, I'd say yes, because iTunes library is so big. I don't know how much bigger it is compared to Pandora, but they have a lot, and Apple's got a lot of clout in the music industry. But I think Pandora has more to worry about from radio stations, and I don't know if it's FCC or who, but they pay more money for music rights than terrestrial radio stations.
Yeah.
And it's because of some old antiquated law put on the books a while ago. I forget the specifics of it, but it basically says that they have to pay more if you're an internet radio station, and it's kind of BS. It's like, why?
Yeah.
You know, it's way more involved than I'm explaining right now. But I think if anything, you know, stands in their way, it's that they're paying like triple, I think, what regular radio stations pay for song rights. It's ridiculous.
It's definitely more, but one thing I think is going to I won't say to put the nail in the coffin, but that is not Pandora's favor. Is I see a lot of bands talking about how Pandora is trying to screw the bands on paying them royalties and trying to really cut down what they pay the bands as far as royalties go. There's actually petitions out there. I've seen them on Facebook from bands I know, so they're kind of, I know they're legit. It's not like just something somebody posted.
Yeah.
And a lot of bands are upset at what Pandora is actually charging, I guess you could say, or willing to pay. But is that, I don't know if that's a product of the fact that they have to pay triple to the record companies and the songwriters. I don't know. It's just stuff I just don't want to get involved in. which I probably should just because of my association with bands. But, you know, everybody's going to find something to complain about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a lot of bands out there that really love Pandora and what it does for them.
A lot of bands are complaining about Spotify not getting paid too.
Yeah.
They're not paying them enough, I should say.
Well, I think depending on who you are, Spotify pays like 1 to 3 cents a play. And I know this because the compilation I put out 3 years ago is on Spotify. And every now and then, like, somebody listens to a track and it says, Spotify, 1 cent. Spotify, 3 cents.
Can you just listen to it yourself and put it on the tape?
I never thought of that.
You dumbass. You're a millionaire right now.
That's cheating. I'm not looking to make money. I made enough that I gotta start finishing touches on the next compilation. So I don't know. I like Google Play. I'm sticking with it for now. Just because. Especially now that I got Chromecast. I just, oh, it's on my television. Oh, it's on this television. So it's pretty awesome. And I know the unappreciated scholars like Google Play as well, don't they?
Yes, they are fans of the Google Play.
All right. But it doesn't matter how you get your medal as long as you get your medal.
True story.
Trite? Trite.
Correct, Amundo.
Thank you. We good to go?
Yeah.
Awesome. This has been a Metal or Get the Fuck Out production. I've been Barry Monson. Gentleman on the other microphone goes by the name of Megagoose. If you want to get in touch, that is you. Congratulations, you recognize your own name. Find us on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, and our email address, all in the show notes that come out when the show is podcasterized for your listening pleasure over at metalorgtfo.com. Also rebroadcast on radiobillyfm.com. If you find us on iTunes, be sure to leave us a wonderful review, 5 stars. If you don't like what you hear, we appreciate it if you don't review, because, you know, negativity breeds negativity. That's what I'm saying. I'm all about the positive.
Mm-hmm.
What else? We good?
We're good. Did you give him the email? metalorgtfoshow@gmail.com.
Well, I told him to,
some goodies.
I told him to get it in the show notes, which I noticed in the show notes you haven't been posting the information.
I have been putting them because whenever you look on the page, it's always right on the right-hand side. You have all the little icons.
Good
all
idea.
information's there. And when you put it in there and you look at it on iTunes and stuff, all the links, it looks terrible. I don't like the way it looks.
Well, unfortunately, though, search engines like outgoing links and posts. So you got to figure that out.
Oh, fine, I'll do it.
You got to figure it out. Put links to bands or something. There you go. Do that. Come on, honky. Cracker ass, cracker.
That's a honky. That offends me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next week, who the hell? We might do a review of Metallica Through the Never. Chances are.
That's the hopes. That's the plan.
Yeah. But we won't know.
Playing at our friendly theater, that might get postponed.
Yeah, until whenever. Till Through the Never, I don't know. So we'll work on that, and once we know that, then we'll be able to tell you what exactly is going to be going on. So pay attention to the social networks and all that other good stuff.
Yes, we're social.
Right? Good deal.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to play us out with some older Napalm Death.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. This is I Am Staying. This is off of Utopia Banished, going way back to 1992. So some classic grindcore death metal for you from our friends from Leeds, England. Pretty sure they're from Leeds. What the hell do I know? I don't know anything about that country. Except the soccer. I like to watch the soccer. I'm a soccer guy. Come on, you Gunners. Right, Goose?
Absolutely, Gunners. Yeah.
All right, bitches. Until next week. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
You can't hear me at all? Okay. Very good. Good job. Congratulations. You are a wiener. They're death metal, bro. They're good. If you like stuff like that. I think I have black beats in here. I do. Yep, they do. Okay, so save that. I check it out. Sucks. I don't know how many people were listening or what. 7? Ow. 7's no good. Suffocation has a new album out now, right? Or... yeah. God damn, they're playing the Delaware Death Fest at Mojo 13. That is a crazy show. Broken Oaks playing, DSI. Yeah. Day 2, which is the 5th, the headliners DSI, then it's Suffocation and Broken Hope. Wow.
Warning, metal or get the fuck out.